Why it sucks to be born an immortal jellyfish. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the ocean to explore one of the most fascinating and, frankly, misunderstood creatures on the planet. You've probably heard of it, the immortal jellyfish, Turritopsis dohrnii, the one that can theoretically live forever. Sounds like the ultimate superpower, right? I mean, who hasn't dreamed of eternal life? No more worrying about getting old, no more saying goodbye. Just endless sunsets and all the time in the world. Well, hold on to your snorkels, because today we're going to flip that idea on its head. What if immortality wasn't a gift, but a curse? What if being an immortal jellyfish totally sucks? Let's imagine for a moment that we are one of these little guys. Let's call ourselves Jerry the Jellyfish. And trust me, Jerry's life is less epic saga and more cosmic joke. So picture this. You're just vibing in the ocean, a tiny, bell-shaped blob. No bigger than a pinky nail. Life is good. You're floating, you're eating some plankton. You're trying not to get sucked into a boat motor. Standard jellyfish stuff. You grow from a tiny polyp into a mature medusa, that classic jellyfish shape we all know. You're living your best life, maybe even finding a special someone to release some gametes into the water with. It's all very romantic, then disaster strikes. Maybe a sea turtle mistakes you for a tasty plastic bag. Maybe you drift into water that's too cold, or you get sick with some weird jellyfish flu. For any other creature, this is it. Game over, the grand finale, but not for you, oh no. Just as you're about to fade into the great watery beyond, your body goes, just kidding, and hits the cosmic undo button. This is where the immortality part kicks in. Your cells start to reverse their development. It's a process called transdifferentiation. Your magnificent, mature body starts to break down and reform. It's like melting a candlestick back into a block of wax. You shrink, you revert, and you settle back on the seafloor as a little polyp, basically, a jellyfish baby. You're back at square one. All that growing up, all that life experience, gone poof. It's like spending years leveling up your character in a video game, only to have the game crash and delete your save file, forcing you to start over from the tutorial again and again, forever. Now, let's talk about the first major problem with this arrangement: memory. Or the complete and utter lack thereof. Jellyfish don't have a brain in the way we do. They have a nerve net, which is a simple system for reacting to stuff like light and touch. It's great for basic survival, but it's not exactly storing your precious memories. So every time you revert back to a polyp, it's a total factory reset. You don't remember your past life as a majestic medusa. You don't remember the turtle that almost ate you. You don't even remember your own name is Jerry. Imagine waking up every new life with absolutely no idea who you are or what happened. You're just a tiny, confused blob stuck to a rock, thinking, well, this is weird. Guess I'll just grow. You have no sense of self, no continuity. You're not one immortal being living a long life. You're an endless series of different beings, each one clueless about the last. It's less Highlander and more 50 First Dates, but without the charming Hawaiian setting and Adam Sandler. And you're both Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. It's a mess, and let's get one thing straight. Immortal does not mean invincible. This is probably the biggest misconception. Life for an immortal jellyfish is a constant horror movie. You are on the menu for basically everything. Sea turtles, sharks, sunfish, other jellyfish, they all see you as a wobbly, gelatinous appetizer. You're slow, you're squishy, and your sting is barely a tickle to most of them. So you spend your adult life dodging predators, and you get pretty good at it. But eventually, your luck runs out, a giant fish swallows you whole. And here's the kicker, being eaten doesn't trigger your magical reset button. It just gets you eaten, digested, you become fish food. Game over, for real this time, all that potential for eternal life, wiped out because a hungry tuna was having a craving. The universe gives you the cheat code for infinite lives, but you're stuck playing on hardcore mode where one mistake means permanent deletion. It's the ultimate cosmic irony. So you're not just restarting your life over and over. You're doing it in a world that is actively, constantly trying to end you permanently. You live in a state of perpetual anxiety. Every shadow, every current could be the end. The only time your immortality kicks in is when you re-dying of old age, or stress not, when you re-being chomped on. It's like having a superpower that only works when it's completely useless. Oh no, I'm dying of natural causes at a ripe old age. Quick, turn me into a helpless baby again so I can face all those predators from scratch. Thanks, evolution, super helpful. Okay, let's move on to the social life. Or what would be the most awkward, confusing social life in the entire animal kingdom? Jellyfish aren't exactly known for their complex social structures, but let's just use our imagination. Let's say you manage to survive long enough to have a few regeneration cycles. You're a mature Medusa again, floating along, and you see another jellyfish that looks kind of familiar. You drift closer, thinking, hey, maybe I know them, but how would you know? You have no memory. Is that your old friend from 3 cycles ago? Is it your offspring from the last time you were a Medusa? Or, and here's where it gets really weird, could that be your great dash grand dash polyp that you butted off from centuries ago, who is now also a mature Medusa? You could be trying to date your own ancestor or your own descendant. The family tree isn't a tree. It's a tangled, looped, incomprehensible pretzel of genetic goo. Every social interaction would be a minefield. Hey, you look nice. Have we met? Are you my daughter? Are you my great-grandmother? You know what? Never mind, I'm just going to go float over here by myself. Friends would call you the Benjamin Button of sea blobs. You're constantly aging in reverse, leaving everyone you know behind, only to potentially meet them again later when you're a baby and they're old, or vice versa. It's a recipe for eternal loneliness. You'd be the loneliest creature in the sea, surrounded by relatives you can't recognize and friends you can't remember. And what about progress? What about purpose? Most living things have a cycle: be born, grow, reproduce, and pass on your genes. That's the biological imperative, but for the immortal jellyfish, that cycle is broken. You do reproduce, yes, but then you just go back. There's no forward momentum. You never get to see the impact of your existence. You never get to see your lineage flourish. You just hit reset. Think about it from a philosophical standpoint. What is the point of living forever if you never learn anything? If you never grow as a person or as a jellyfish, you're just trapped in a biological loop, a prisoner of your own biology. You are Sisyphus, but instead of pushing a boulder up a hill, you're endlessly pushing yourself through the same life cycle, only to roll back to the beginning each time. It's an existence without meaning, without progress, and without end. So, while we humans might fantasize about immortality, about having all the time in the world to learn languages, travel, and see history unfold, the reality for the immortal jellyfish is anything but glamorous. It's a life of constant danger, perpetual amnesia, and profound existential pointlessness. It's an eternity of being a vulnerable, brainless blob, repeatedly starting from zero in a world that's trying to eat you. Next time you hear about the immortal jellyfish, maybe don't feel so envious. Pour one out for poor Jerry, the little jellyfish who has it all and nothing at the same time. He's a true marvel of nature, a biological paradox that teaches us a valuable lesson. Maybe, just maybe, a life with a beginning, a middle, and a definitive end isn't such a bad thing after all. Maybe it's the finiteness of life that gives it its beauty, its urgency, and its meaning. What do you guys think? Would you still want to be immortal if it meant living like our friend the jellyfish? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take on this. Thanks so much for watching and for diving into this weird topic with me today. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more explorations of the strange and wonderful corners of our world, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Until next time, stay curious.